Who do you think's better, men or women? Do you think men are better or women are better? We're gonna say overall,
Overall.
just overall in life.
Overall, snap. I would have to say, oh man, this is hard. I feel so on the spot. Men.
Men are better overall.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's
Here, talk closer to the mic again.
I think it's case by case.
It's case by case.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good answer. What do you think?
I think it depends on what aspect of life you're talking about. Like if you're talking about something that a man is built for, he's going to be better. If you're
Like
talking
sports.
about childbirth, a woman's going to be better. So you can't just be like, are men better or
Okay,
women
but like
better?
let's say like in general the things that we can both do, because obviously I can't have a baby, you know. So like, but
Give
the
me an
things that we both,
example.
volleyball, football, like we both can do all
Those
these
are
sports.
those
you know,
are
like,
physical.
I know, but like
No, give a gender neutral thing that both of us can do, and I can
plumbing.
assess that.
Take out
That's
the
not
trash.
gender neutral.
Who can plumb?
Why is it a gender neutral? Women can also plumb.
What
They just
about
don't want
Because
to.
those are like those are
Cooking.
hands-on things.
I don't know. It sounds like men are better. I'm gonna come to you at the very end, bro. What do you think? Who's better, men or women?
I think women.
I'm
Your
gonna
man's
have to
watching
be
right now, so don't
neutral
piss him
on
off.
that. I feel like we balance each other out.
Y'all
Like,
both got something good to bring to the
yes.
table.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good answer. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah, of course. I'm biased. I'm gonna say women, of course. I feel like
You're gonna say women?
I'm gonna say women because I feel like we pay attention to like the little things. Men they pay attention to like the overall idea, but women pay attention to all the little
Details?
that get you to the big idea.
Facts.
So that's why I say women.
Okay.
I will say that was like a pretty good answer, because like I would say that sometimes it is hard for me to focus on certain things, and sometimes my girl does bring me back center on the things I need to focus on. So yeah, that's a good take. What do you think? Who's better, men or women?
I'm gonna say women as well.
Why?
Yes. Just because I feel like we're more emotional. Like I don't know. I just
emotional
feel like,
intelligence.
yeah. I feel like I don't know how to really explain it, but I can think.
You can feel it. You know, in my heart, we're better.
Yeah.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
In my heart, we're better, right, bro?
It's her intuition.
Nah.
As a woman.
Man, I hate this. Who do you think's better, bro? Men or women?
It depends on
the category,
the situation, environment. I'll say this: when I used to do firefighting, the girls would pass out really fast when we were doing drills. And I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I just encourage them. I try to, but at the end of the day, when it's time for very physical things, not only sports. Everyone thinks sports, but there's also like firefighting. There's also like police work. There's stuff like that. Everyone prefers a big, burly, bald, bearded guy to come save them.
But
even
y'all
me,
can have that.
Yeah, and
we don't even want
it. But like when I got sick with COVID, I didn't want my homies taking care of me. I wanted my girl, because that's what women are the best at, right? So my brother would probably bring me food, and like, there, dude, I got you your food. Have a nice day. But my girl was like at my side, making sure I was like watching my fever, and so it all depends. What we want is for everyone to do the role they're designed for, right? But we don't have that privilege anymore because technology, things have changed, feminism. But for the most part, if I'm fighting a fire, I want some men behind me, and if I'm getting sick, I want a room full of women taking care of me. So, and one, maybe a doctor too. So
yeah, but can she be a female doctor?
Right, I was gonna say.
Yeah, she could be a female doctor. Yeah.
All right, well, that was a good answer. Yeah, I guess that kind of brings it to center. Like one's not better than the other. Women are good at certain things. Men are good at certain things. Something that we like to talk about. It's very true. Next, I want to know though, who is better at being a single parent? If there had to be a single parent household and it was a man or a woman, which one's better?
Shout out to my mom. Women.
Women. Shout out to your mama. What's up?
I was raised by my dad. I think it's again case by case. Like
Definitely.
if it's a female child, sometimes having a female parent can definitely be beneficial. But as far as learning structure and discipline and like overall like purpose in life, like males tend to do a really good job at instilling it in all children.
Talk a little closer if you can.
Not just male children, but female children also. So I would say, in the world, men.
Okay. And what do you think? Yeah, we're just gonna say like the 51% the most, you know. So we're not saying that women are the worst, like 20% or anything. Just who's the best, you know, by statistical basis.
I feel like that's a tough question for sure. I mean, right off the bat, I want to say women, just because it's a child and like they have that nurturing, catering spirit to raise a child. But I think that potentially single mothers raising a child without a father could be more damaging to the child, depending on whether it's a male or female child. Sometimes if it's both, but
Mm-hmm.
it could potentially be more damaging than a single dad raising his kid.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good answer. What do you think?
I'm gonna say, because I know the women are 9 times out of 10 the majority time that is the single mother. Um, I would say mathly wise, I would have to assume to be men for the 51%, just because of the overall
The structure and stuff.
structure and pie. I seen both sides toxic and I seen good on both sides. So I'm definitely gonna have to say men, and that is big on the structure part in life. That's very important.
Didn't you? I can't remember, but were you mostly raised by a father, your stepfather? You had brothers or something?
I was raised by a single mother. With it was four in us in all. But my boyfriend, he was raised by a father. He raised
The whole
all
family.
3.
Okay. What do you think?
I would say men, mostly because you can have the best mother in the world. You really can. And that child will still yearn for that father.
Hmm. That is
So
a good
I
point.
feel like, yeah, I feel like men are very, very important.
They're very important. Like it's very necessary, kind of. Okay.
Not kind of, very.
I mean, I'm not saying motherly love isn't necessary.
Yeah, I'm not
Obviously,
saying
it's
it's not
definitely
either.
fucking necessary
I
too.
think
But
at the end, okay, you go.
Because like I said, mothers can be like, you can have the best mother in the world. Like she could be amazing, but as a kid, you're gonna yearn, you're gonna want, you're gonna desire that love, that structure, that discipline from your father.
that is a good point. What do you think, Drea?
That's a tough question because I honestly
Because you're a single
don't.
mom, huh?
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
a single mom, but I don't know. I grew up with both of my parents, so and I always felt like my mom was a single parent, even though she's married. She
Definitely
did
exists.
everything by herself. My
I get
dad
what
worked
you're
and
saying.
provided and did other things as a man should, But my mom overall held the house together,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a really hard one.
Yeah.
Not so. Why don't you answer real quick, bro? Who do you think?
Statistically speaking, overwhelmingly, single fathers raise better children. And I don't know. I don't have the stats for you guys. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, I did. I wasn't on to print it up. But I forgot
um,
to before.
but single fathers do better um, as single parents, and I guess there. I don't know what the factors to go into that, but I would say um, after the kid is like 5 or 6, I think single mothers should do the best they can and introduce a masculine presence in that child's life. Right? It's too late to tell single mothers that they messed up. Just live with it. But I would say the grandfather, older brother, uncle, sports coaches, obviously vet them. There could be some creeps out there, but statistically speaking, single fathers do a better job at raising children.
Yeah, if you look at the stats, like I didn't pull it up before the show, but it's horrible. It's like you're putting your child at every possible statistical disadvantage if you're a single mother. Like based off of incarceration rates, drug addiction, suicide, like literally almost every single stat you look at, it's worse for single mother households every time. And so it's actually very dangerous. Like I think what you said was a big point. The structure, it's like you can do so much as a woman, but that like structure, like that discipline, it's just not there without a man. I feel like sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like that too because I feel like at a certain point and at a certain age, it's for girls. So I felt like it was kind of hard, and we're all kind of like back to back. So I felt like it was kind of hard for my mom to raise us when we were going through like our hard-headed stages. Like I don't know, I feel like my dad had to come in and like discipline because my mom couldn't,
Yeah,
because
and that's how it's supposed to be, I think.
Were your mother fully into her like her femininity, where she was just soft, a gentle woman, like soft spoken and
no,
no,
she wasn't.
no? I've
That's
seen.
sorry,
No,
but
you're
I feel
okay.
like that's traumatizing for a kid too because like my mom would be like soft and like caring, and then
Nurturing, like she just
yeah.
nurturing. That's what. And matter, I'm sorry, I should have used that word, nurturing.
Mhm.
I've seen. Now, I have seen women, single mothers, that took more on masculinity energy, and this can either go far, like this can either go off the cliff
Yeah.
because a woman can do serious damage to a daughter and um and her son, especially her son, because we are their first love. We are their first woman in their life. But I've seen masculinity women that did carry that and they install discipline, but their kids miss the nurturing side.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like too much one direction.
yeah, so it's either I have to be completely on this side or I'm gonna have to be completely on
You
that
have to
side.
have balance, and the balance comes from the two-parent household.
So
Mhm.
I mean, eventually the single mom wants to get married again and, have a kid, or if it's out of wedlock, actually find like the perfect husband. I mean, I was fortunate enough to have a bomb ass stepdad at the end of the day who gave me the discipline. And now I'm at this, cosmic, am I too masculine because I'm aggressive and I'm blunt as a woman? Or am I just honest because my mom made me an honest woman?
Just so you know, every woman is masculine today, and it's none of y'all's fault. It's the environment's fault. If you're raised in a society with feminism and a gynocentric society that tells women to become more manly, tells women to become all these stuff, tell men to become feminine as y'all just naturally became it. You didn't. It's not that you wanted to. It's not that your
Yeah,
parents
no,
did
I
it.
mean-
It's not that anybody. It's just the society. You grew up in a gynocentric society.
I mean, everyone has both within them, though. Everyone has both masculine and feminine
It's
energies
survival.
within them.
It's
Yeah.
definitely survival.
But the problem is it's whatever you feed, and what happens is
Yeah, it's
the
the
masculine
percentage of
energy
it.
gets fed the most in a woman today. Like you're going to have a lot more instances where you're reinforcing that masculine side of you than your feminine side of you, and that's the problem. It becomes a habit. It's not that. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's none of y'all's fault. Y'all know how I do this show. I don't blame y'all for this. I blame the environment for it. And then who do I blame the environment? I blame the men because the men are the creators of the environment 9 times out of 10. We plumb those. We plumb. We build the buildings. We do most of the shit of building the environment. It's mostly our fault. It's the 1%. It's the powers that be that made it to where they wanted y'all to come into the consumer base because we would have double the taxes. We would have way more consumer base, or way more consumer debt. Y'all are most of the guys or most of the people with the credit card debt. So like they wanted to make buckets, and they did a great job making buckets off of y'all. It was a good decision. Did you have